I expected nothing less. I expect nothing less from any of my Michigan men. We did this for Michigan. What are you going to do when your back's against the wall? When you feel like everyone against you, what are you going to do? Are you going to cower down? Well, I was taught to stand on all 10. Keep fighting, keep punching, keep going. And I'm so proud of the university. I'm so proud of my guys, the coaches. Coach Harbaugh, this is for you, baby. Everything that's going on right now is just bringing us closer together. I love my team. All praise to God.
What's up? It's your boy, Big Reg, coming to you once again from the shadow of the big house with an immediate reaction to Showdown Saturday, to Statement Saturday, to Shenanigans Saturday, where the Michigan Wolverines had to endure so much in a 24-hour period. And they did it all, and they came out victorious in Happy Valley, defeating the Penn State Nittany Lions. What was the final score? 24-13. No? 15? Yeah. 24-15. And man, oh man, let me just raise my cold Coors Light to Team 144, Coach Sharon Moore, and the rest of the staff for a heck of a job they did. Joining me today to savor this beautiful, sweet victory. First, the one and only producer Jay Bizzle.
It's Michigan versus everybody, baby. Michigan versus everybody.
Oh, and X joining me. This man nearly jumped out of his clothes. Holy smokes. He's about to go naked in a second. We had to calm him down just a little bit to keep this show PG. The one, the only nameless guest.
Apologies to all the subs out there, but I'm signing off to just bask in the glory. This is what I live for, the aftermath. So I'll be back. I can't do this. I got to get all of this right now. This is bad timing on the producer. I'm sorry. Love all of this. Love all of it.
This dude is crazy.
Going. Reg, hold down the fort. Bye.
What? This guy just deserting us. Holy smokes. I can't believe this. This guy's nuts. I'm going to raise my Coors Light, though, to the craziness that literally this weekend has been crazy. Injunctions, motions, all this kind of crazy talk, suspensions. But you know what? When it just came time to play the game, the Michigan Wolverines blocked all that out, and they were able to get the job done. Holy cow. What a performance.
I can't imagine another emotional game. Your interim head coaches, tears, crying, because it's meant so much. It meant so much.
I'm telling you, the best part was that post-game interview with Coach Moore. And like you're saying, he was letting his true emotion flow out, because it had to be so stressful for him. You know what I mean? All the pressure that was put upon him, you know what I mean? And then the beginning of the game when the offense was struggling, because, like we were saying, we were giving that Penn State defense a lot of credit, especially the edge rushers, Chop Robinson and company. Those young men were doing some work out there. Let's be honest. But man, oh man, when the chips were down, when the pressure was on, Coach Moore stepped up, made the adjustments. And wow, what a performance by the team, pulling out a humongous victory. I am so pleased. I am so happy. I am so the elation that I feel, not just for myself, but I'm just talking, like I said, for Coach Moore and the rest of those men on Team 144. I raise my Coors Light to y'all.
Wow. It looks like we have a new guest.
What is going on right now? It's just his bags. Could it be?
None other from himself? Pennsylvania. None other from the state of Pennsylvania. He's probably driving away from the game right now.
Holy smokes. Let's welcome him into the program, the one, the only Bagman. Bagman, are you there? What's going on?
Where's Bagman? Oh, man.
I don't know. You know what? The state of Pennsylvania might have cut off all connections between the state of Michigan and the state of Pennsylvania because they're so mad. Holy smokes. let me just say this. As much as Coach Moore stepped up to the plate and made the big calls and made the big adjustments and did a heck of a coaching job, I'm going to have to say the exact opposite, the flip side for Coach James Franklin. I raise my glass to you, Coach Franklin, for doing what you always do and choking in the big games. So thanks for that. True or untrue? True or untrue? Come on.
I mean, what do you have to lose, right? You already have one loss. You need this victory. Like, he should have gone for fourth down every single time.
Which he did. But some of those, like, especially after the touchdown in the fourth quarter when he going for 2 instead of 1, I didn't understand that logic at all. You go for 1, you cut it to, what
8
was
points.
Whatever. It would have been 8 points at that point, which at that point, it's still now a 1-possession game. So you kick an onside kick, let me put it this way. All you got to do is kick 1 successful onside kick. But when you go for 2 and you don't make it, you make it a 9-point game. Now it's a 2-possession game. You got to kick 2 successful onside kicks in a row. What are the chances of that? Analytics will probably tell you almost nothing. It's like it's crazier than one of our parlays. Okay.
Went with the analytics.
On the edge.
He decided that he was going to go for 2, but that's a typical Franklin move. It's a typical Franklin move.
There you go. And then some of those play calls. I mean, what in the world? Especially that 2-point conversion play when they all bunched up on the left side. I mean, I've seen some crazy things in my time, but man, oh man, that was just nutty. It was just crazy. I don't know what they were trying to do there. They were trying to get too cute. You know who else tried to get too cute and cost them in a big game? Last year, Ryan Day at versus Michigan. Came to bite him in the butt. I'm telling you, man, if you're going to try them crazy things, you got to make sure you know what you're doing. But clearly, PSU and James Franklin did not know what they were doing.
I am surprised, though, with those fourth down plays, because it's almost atypical PSU. So I do give them a little bit of credit in terms of that. But, man, that defense is legit. And, like, the PSU defense.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was very legit. And this is the test that we needed to say, we've been saying it before. Our tackles are the weakest part of the line. That's not in question. And Sharon Moore turned it around and said, you know what? All right, screw you. We're going to put extra linemen on those ends, and we're going to stuff it down your throat. Oh. And then all of a sudden, get these runs that break out now because it's basically linemen on the field instead of like DBs or linebackers that are there. And once we get past them, what do we have? We have 40-yard runs. So credit to Sharon Moore. We were screaming in the first quarter. We were like, what the heck is going on? Why are you letting these ends chop down? And then Sharon turned it around and said, you know what? All right, I'm going to shove it down your throat. Here's an extra lineman. Go.
Telling you, Sharon, like we were saying, the adjustments that were made, critical to winning this game. Oh, my goodness gracious. Lift my Coors Light to the coaching staff. One critical moment was right in the first quarter, though, when we held them to that field goal instead of the touchdown, when it was first and goal inside the 5. Holy smokes. Jesse Minter and company, raise my cold Coors Light to you folks. Because, man, oh, man, could you imagine the momentum that they would have gained if they had gotten that touchdown at that point? But the fact that the Michigan defense, they bowed up. And they held them to a field goal. Holy smokes.
There's every reason why we should have lost this game. And there's every reason why being at Penn State would have destroyed us. Had it not been for everyone staying calm, everyone staying focused. I can't stress it enough. This team is special. Team 144.
Team 144. Where's my Coors Cold Light? Oh, my goodness gracious. Nameless, do you have anything to say now that you soaked in all that goodness from the post-game reports?
It was a joy to watch Chaz just go off. I mean, he was basking in the glory and just dropping mics, standing up, raising Cane, being Chaz, He was classic, just happy for the man. Leeds blue, just representing everything so good. I need a recap. What'd I miss?
What
do
do
you
you
guys
mean
talk?
what you missed? What you mean what you missed? We were dogging James Franklin and we were praising our coaching staff. Holy smokes. It was a tale of two coaching staffs, really. You know what I mean? James Franklin and his silliness versus the Michigan Wolverines and their seriousness. That's what it really came down to. You know what I'm saying? So I raised my glass to the Michigan Wolverines.
I'll just pile on just a wee bit in that this is an old and tired narrative that just keeps coming true every time. This is why Nittany Lions fans are just fed up. They know this is what he does. I mean, I was somewhat in joyful disbelief that Franklin once again and again just bungling things. I did hear Klatt say how analytics would say like this is the right thing to do, but I don't know. I mean, Michigan fans everywhere, including myself, my anal sphincter relaxed quite a bit after that botched 2-pointer and that swinging gate. I mean, that's when I started to feel a whole lot better. Thank you, James Franklin. Amazing recruiter, but in-game coach. Ooh, thank you. Thank you, Franklin. Love you.
Let's give it also up to Will Johnson, who played a heck of a game, who tipped that 2-pointer away with his finger, because he knew that tight end was kind of cutting across, jumped it, put his finger out, tipped the ball away, and that was game. I mean, I can't stress enough that this defense was the heart of what happened today, and our offense was definitely almost handicapped emotionally. We're handicapped emotionally. And yet they still pushed it out. I know it wasn't everyone in my complex was like, why isn't JJ McCarthy throwing for 200 yards? Like, why aren't they throwing the ball? I'm like, no, this is Big Ten football. We're gonna smash mouth them. We got to do what we got to do to win. This is not about like stats. This is not about JJ's Heisman Trophy. Absolutely not. Do you see everyone who was so freaking happy at the end of the game? Do they really care that JJ had 0 touchdowns?
I'm sorry.
This was the epitome of the heart and soul of this team's identity for the last 3 years running, I might add, but just punctuated and accentuated by what has transpired this glorious afternoon. That this was complementary football at its finest. Trust the D, ground, pound some more, 2-yard runs. Trust the D. It was the same old formula, never will get old. Michigan squeezing the bloody life out of another hapless foe in their own home yard. Come on, let's go blue under the most oppressive of circumstances. Have we ever? This is unprecedented.
True. Wow. Nameless is he's full of the passion right now. Look at him. He's like at that revival meeting. Holy smokes. Somebody lower the lights. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Get the band ready to play us off. Holy cow. This is great.
No more than every other Wolverine across the land and in that locker room right now. The pent up stress and just whatever you call it, and just to kind of come out and explode in a massive show of overwhelming love for Harbs and the Block M. Let's go! Oh my gosh!
Hey, one thing, because you guys mentioned a lot. One thing I think epitomizes the difference made in this game. Because producer JB was talking about complimentary football. Nam was talking about the grit and the passion and the stick-togetherness of the team. One play that solidified it for me was Joel Klatt was mentioning on that last quorum touchdown run, how Chop Robinson, their Penn State star defensive end, he did not keep discipline in covering his gap in the defense. Right. And that allowed Blake to burst out and get that last touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, and he was saying that, you know what, you gotta stay with your assignments. You can't try to do too much. You gotta trust the other guy.
Yep.
In that case, Chop Robinson didn't, and he paid the ultimate price. Versus this Michigan Wolverines team. They trust each other. They believe in one another. They count on each other. And it might be one guy one week, and it might be another guy another week. But you know who keeps winning is the team. And that's why I love Team 144 so much. I raise my Coors Light to them.
It's also fitting to see that the Dono situation is gaining steam here. I mean, you have a Blake Corum run for like 40 plus yards. Then you have a Donovan Edwards running to the right side for a touchdown. They're cheering each other on. I know we've had our issues with Dono, but yo, I mean, if you need someone to step up in a big game, he proved it again. He proved again that he can run the ball. I mean, there was other runs that were kind of questionable, but
come on.
He punched that button that says, you know what, we're going up. We're going up right now. Everyone get on my back. I'm going to run, get this touchdown. He was supposed to go inside. He broke it back outside for that touchdown round. That was
right. He read it.
I mean, that shows that he's thinking. He's like, yeah, I need to make sure that I'm finding the holes and getting there. That was brilliant. Blake Corum with this jiggy, and then getting in for a touchdown and also getting in for that crucial first down at the end of the game. I mean,
well, let's just put it this way. The second quarter is where we turned the game around, because the first quarter was tight. It could have been anybody's ball game at that point. Second quarter, adjustments were made. We started taking control. The third quarter, we started squeezing a little tighter.
Yeah.
Shut them out. We got, we didn't blow the doors off them either, but we got that field goal to stretch it out to a 2-possession game. And then that fourth quarter, where the money's made, where the rubber meets the road, that's where we really put the pedal to the metal. It shocked me when they flashed up the stat, because I didn't even think about it. But we had 0 pass attempts in the second half. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we are running like Little House on the Prairie rules football. You know what I'm saying? This is Laura Ingalls Wilder era football. I mean, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? With like forward pass, we don't care. We're just going to run it. Here's a few big fellas, and we're going to just ram it right into you.
Well, we had that one incompletion, right? That got the pass interference.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. All right, so two pass attempts. I forgot. But man, oh, man, it was crazy. And I loved every second of it.
Oh, I mean, I'm with Nameless right now. I need to hear what the pundits are saying. I will relish in just saying a big F you like Chaz did, a big, Sharon Moore type of response, because it's all hard, baby. It's Michigan versus everybody. We're going to carry this into the last 2 games. I don't even want to talk about CFP right now. I just want to focus in on the next game, crush them, get the next game, crush them, squeeze the life out of them, like Nameless is saying, because guys, if this game happened any other way, honestly, how comfortable would you feel about it, right? But because they squeezed it out, because they gritted it out, that shows me something about this team. Everyone else is going to be saying, like, why didn't you pass the ball? Why doesn't JJ have like 204 yards and 2 touchdowns? Who the F cares? Get the goddamn win.
That's what I'm talking about. We got a second coming of Sharon right here, losing himself here.
This guy's going to bring out the censors in a second. Holy smokes. Come on, take it easy. Jenny Taft, I was surprised. I felt bad for Jenny Taft. She's like, oh, man, we're going to get fined so much.
She was loving it.
She was like, you know what?
Must-see TV.
Oh, it was glorious. It was glorious. The emotion, the raw passion. Oh, I loved every second.
Sharon's already a meme by now. Sharon's a meme.
To me, this just feels more about just like themes and like life and just philosophy. Not even about X's and O's and is the all-important victory. This is just like rising above, like for me, just the absolute pinnacle of what college football can be. At the end of the game, it's just a game. At the end of the day, it's just a freaking game. But holy smokes, this is larger than life feeling, like bigger than anything I can imagine, just in the moment, for the day, for the next few hours, for the rest of this weekend. It's like reminiscent of the snowflakes falling into the big house, and the first of our taste of turning the tide. It's like the storybook, the never-ending story that will never end. We keep coming up with a better story. Now we are the villains who turn into the superheroes, and then who knows what comes next?
Holy smokes.
Oh my God! I just don't even know how to be. Thank
JP.
you, Michigan football. Thank you, Coach Harbs. Thank you, Coach Franklin. Thank you, everybody. Against Michigan, against everybody. Let's go.
Let's go indeed. I love it. I love every second. And you know the passion that you're showing right now. This is the kind of passion that pencil pushers like Paletti or Petiti. What's his name? Petiti don't understand. They don't understand it. That's why they make stupid decisions like they made. You know what I'm saying? But I raise my glass once again to Team 144 to overcoming all those things. Oh, the passion, the joy, the triumph over all adversity. Wow. That's something we can cherish for years to come. So I'll raise my Coors Light to that.
I really want to hear the storyline of Michigan finally playing someone who's legit, because other people will start to diminish Penn State and say, listen, they're not top tier Big Ten. They couldn't beat Ohio State. They couldn't beat Michigan. Like Franklin's on a hot seat, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. But you cannot deny that Penn State defense is a legit top 5 defense. Like they have people who are going to go in the NFL draft as well. And this is what the media is going to do. They're going to switch it to, well, Penn State's not that good, you know.
This guy, come on, they're not going to do. Come on, they won't say that the talent is not good. They'll say that Franklin is a horrible coach. That's what they'll say, because there was some questionable stuff.
It's Manny Diaz, right? It's Manny Diaz, another D1 coach that's become the defensive coordinator on there, who switched it around. But this is the part where we'll soon see from maybe Bags, who's going to come soon. He's already diminishing Penn State. It's like they're not that good. Their quarterback sucks. Their offense. We won this all. Like, but again, we talked about it in the previous show. Our defense is going to be the one who determines whether or not we're going to win this game. Our offense needs a score, and it will, but our defense is going to determine if we actually win this game. And it did. And I am so effing proud of our defense. Team one. Proud. I need Gucci glasses. I need some Gucci.
Gosh. It's not Gucci, it's Cartier, baby. It's Cartier, as they say on coffee. You know what? I'll go down to Detroit, get us all a pair of Cartiers if we win the national championship. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
We'll be the Cartier crew next season. You know what I'm saying? The Cartier crew.
We're gonna do that in Houston. All right. Cartier Houston live show. Let's go. Yeah.
I love it. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, gentlemen, I've already gotten drunk. Holy smokes. There's a lot of celebratory Coors Lights being happening here. But like I said, once again, what a victory. What a day. What a feeling. What a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. People say, why are you a fan? This is why you're fans. This is why you're a fan for days like today, to appreciate the efforts of that team, to see what you just saw, watching them overcome all those things. This is why we're fans, and this is why we're proud to be Michigan Wolverines.
Exactly. Well said, Big Reg. This is not just fans. I mean, I think you're saying this. This is why we are Michigan men, Michigan Wolverines. Like Blakey said it so well. He didn't come back for no stats. He didn't come back for no Heisman, which he should have won last year. He's back for the brethren. He's back for the love. He's back for the team.
Oh, I was loaded.
He'll run for 40 yards, 35 yards, 60 yards. Get the win. Selfless. Handing out hundreds and hundreds of turkeys along the way. Oh, that's him. That's who he is. This is who we raised in Ann Arbor. These young dudes growing up to be Michigan men, playing for each other, got each other's backs. This is more than just going out there racking up 500 yards trying to get to win the Heisman. They're in it for each other. Much love, much love. Michigan men have for each other, and we have for you. And we love James Franklin. Love you so much, brother.
Got to bring in that last slow troll because of his spotty internet connection. He goes, Franklin, love you so much. Oh man. The best part about that Blake Corum post-game interview was the fact that he was saying all this with like a bloody face. You could just literally see on his face the sacrifices in blood, sweat, and tears that those young men give for each other. So that was just wow, just awesome to see. It was awesome to see.
Talk about player safety. How does someone who's wearing a face mask get in the room? There's a little cha.
All right, take it easy. Take it easy. Holy smokes.
Just for a quick sec, it's amazing that our two running backs against the stiffest of competitions, like that D line, as you've been saying, producer, over and over again, couldn't agree with you more. They are men up there with their linebacking crew. I mean, second to none. Stack them up against anybody. And our two RB beasts had their best day of the season away. They look like different runners. I mean, I've been dogging. Let this be my official apology to the Don. I've been dogging you all season. Yeah, I admit it. I confess, official apology. But thank you for learning the high step. Thank you for picking up your feet and not getting. You did it, dude. You did it, and you look good. And that's why I apologize. And you helped us. And it's almost like they were playing possum all year. You just come up big when we need you most in the biggest of occasions against the stiffest of competitions in a critical away game down the stretch. Wow, couldn't have dreamt this.
Couldn't have dreamt it at all.
No.
If you told me that this was the way we were going to win, I would have said no way, no way. If someone said, "Hey, JJ's going to throw for," I think he threw for less than 100 yards today.
Yeah, 60.
Yeah. If you told me JJ's only going to throw for 60 yards, do you think Michigan's going to win? I was to be like, "You're nuts." That means the pass rush got to us, and we would have lost this game by a lot. But man, oh man, that was not the case at all.
60 yards, 7 for 8 though. Very high completion, 60 yards.
True that. He was efficient. That was another thing for JJ. You know what? He did not press the issue. Sure, he got tackled for loss on a couple balls. Maybe he could have gotten thrown away quicker. But overwhelmingly, what a performance by JJ McCarthy as well. What's life for you, my man?
I mean, you told me Roman Wilson would not have a catch in this game.
Right.
I would have been like, we're gonna lose. Roman Wilson, 0 catches. I don't even know if there was an attempt at him, but
Right.
Yeah, I don't think he was targeted once.
I didn't target
once. And I would be like, we're gonna lose. There's no way that we can get Roman Wilson 0 catches and be able to win this game.
No, but that's what we were saying last time. We were saying that week by week, we highlighted different skill position groups. Wide receivers one week, tight ends another week, running backs another week, et cetera, et cetera. And this week, man, oh man, leaned heavily on the running game. And man, did they deliver. Did they deliver? Coors Light raised once again.
I like the emotions still are. I'm still like jittery right now. I'm still jittery.
I know I'm buzzing, and it's not just because of the Coors Light. Although I am getting a little woozy. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a little woozy. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's a good woozy. It's a good woozy. I'm gonna have a happy drunk nap. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the happiest drunk nap ever. Let's see.
I'm gonna go crush some balls.
Whoa, take it easy. Take it easy.
Smack some drives out there.
Oh man, that is a great way to celebrate. Man, oh man. Michigan Nation, whichever way you choose to celebrate this awesome victory, go out and have a great rest of your Saturday and a great rest of your weekend. And man, oh man, Team 144, kudos to you. What a performance. Michigan men through and through. So to all of you, we say, go blue.
Go blue.
Michigan versus just when you thought we were done, the bagman has come back. Holy smokes! But he's still in hiding somewhere in the bowels of Pennsylvania. He's keeping a low profile because, man, oh man, there's got to be a lot of angry Nittany Lions on the prowl trying to get any Michigan people that they can get their hands on. But bagman, thank you for braving all of that to come and join us and give us your reaction straight from the heart of Nittany Lion country.
Straight from the heart. Well, I gotta tell you, of course, like any Wolverine, I'm happy. I'm happy we won. You know, there's first-ranked team opponent. You know, can't complain about that. But the question to me is, do I feel today, after that game, do I feel better or worse about our chances of beating Ohio State and or someday, let's hopefully, a Georgia? I gotta say no. I actually don't feel any more confident that we would be able to beat one of those teams after watching that performance today. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Wow, he jumped in with the biggest butt of all time. But come on, man. Oh man, now joining us with a counterpoint to Bagman's big old butt as he one and only JC from Sunny Side. And man, oh man, look at those sunny skies behind them. We can't hear you.
Now, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Dang, just put me on the spot. Let me just get settled here a little bit.
There is no settling. We live in it. Hot baby. Come on, let's go.
What a way to make a statement against everybody. Michigan versus everybody. What a way to make a statement against everybody. And a special thank you to Coach Franklin. Coach Franklin, thank you.
Oh, no doubt.
You know, people want to get on us for cheating. You got to get on Franklin for some of those plays. Come on, man. Why are you going for the fourth down when there's like 4.5 minutes left? 4th and 6 from your own 30. Why are you going for 2? But you know what? You must have stole some of our signs or something because, you know, maybe you thought you had it. Oh, my gosh. I love it. Love it. I almost teared at the end in front of Sophia. I was like, Daddy's tearing right now a little bit. He's like, Daddy, this is the first time I saw you cry. You okay? I was like, yeah.
You play so good. But that's the thing. We're just lucky that James Franklin is an idiot and that Drew Aller is the worst 5-star quarterback ever seen in history. If not for those two things, we're not sitting here rejoicing about, you know, redemption or proving people wrong or Michigan against everybody. We're sitting here with a W or with an L, I gotta say. Drew Aller and James Franklin gave us that game.
Yes.
I don't
Bag.
completely
Bag.
agree.
First of all, Bag, you came to New York and didn't even give me a ring after I gave you a ride to Bursley. Next time, bro. Next time. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't just put it on James Franklin. Bro, Corum, 140-something yards. Dono coming out. And our D-line pressured. Hey, our D-line put pressure on Aller. We didn't have any sacks to show for it, but we put enough pressure to you know, rat him a little bit.
Yeah, there was a reason why he was playing so bad. You know what I mean? There was the pressure, the consistent pressure. We didn't get to him, but the consistent pressure that we put on him. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give credit where credit is due when it comes to our defense.
I don't think it was. I think we gave him pressure, but we watched Aller also in the OSU game during said weekend in New York. Or sorry, JC Sunnyside. I know you saw our man producer JB. So my bad. Next time I won't do that. But during that same game, we watched him play Ohio State. Same dude. This kid is he is awful. I mean, he is so bad. And I mean, you have like some decent QBs in back there. I think this game turns out possibly differently, you know? We didn't have to do anything. We didn't have. I mean, we could
Yeah.
go for whatever it was, 30,000 straight runs or whatever it was
Yep.
at the end. You know, there was no fear of the PSU offense,
Yep.
and you know we could.
Yes,
So-
you are correct. There are some legit points you make, but I would just add that this is kind of the Michigan way. Also, we are the ultimate guardians of victory. We do what it takes. This is probably not the best way to put it, but we play down into what we need. Like whatever it takes. If they figure that out, we're not the Flash. We're not going to run up the score. We will play the percentages, and we did what we had to do under the circumstances in a hostile environment, and that's just smart, and that's the Michigan way. So I think we can chuck it.
I can also say, like, I mean, come on. The fact that these storylines are in the background of everything that's happening right now, the fact that our head coach got pulled 12 hours before we get to play the game, and then Sharon Moore has 12 hours to be the interim head coach. I mean, there's literally every storyline, every reason, every emotional aspect, which we cannot deny that affects a football game. The largest crowd in America, because they're not playing at the big house, largest crowd in America, just causing all kinds of noise and distractions on there. And yet Michigan just says, screw you. We're just going to shove it down your throat. We're going to keep running it, and you can't stop us. And we win like that. Obviously, PSU sucks in terms of, like, I wouldn't have played the game like that. But we can't control that. All we can control what we need to do to win, and we did it. And Sharon Moore, I love you. I want you to be the next head coach.
Yeah, game ball definitely goes to Sharon Moore. Like, I don't know if you gave me credit yet for the first two drives. I said it's going to be like 3 and out. It's going to be a tough couple of drives, and then we're going to settle in and make some adjustments. And kudos for Sharon Moore to making those adjustments after the second drive to do those to work against their quick DNs, to make the adjustment, even though he's also the head coach, right, and the offensive coordinator in the 12-hour, and that speech at the end.
Yeah,
when he spoke right into the camera, into Harbaugh. Oh, that's what got me. And Bagman, how are you not moved? How are you not moved? You hardened heart. How are you not moved?
I'm here to provide my objective journalistic opinion. And look, I give credit to Sharon Moore, but come on, you guys know they prepped for this for the last 2-3. They knew this was a possibility. As soon as the allegations came out, as soon as the noise started, they knew this was a possibility, and they were getting ready for this. It's not like Sharon Moore. They tapped him on the shoulder yesterday and was like, "Hey, you got to be a head coach." They knew this was coming. Come on.
Is this Bagman or is this Pete Thamel? Who is over there right now? Because you're not on video. Who is this right now?
Work for ESPN? Do you work for ESPN?
Yeah, man. I'm saying I'm as happy as anybody. It's a good win. But do I feel good? Do I feel good about what's going to happen in 2 weeks against OSU? I don't. I don't feel good about it, guys. I gotta tell you.
This guy, that was the least enthusiastic. Yeah, I'm happy about this win I've ever heard in my entire life. Holy smokes. This guy.
Oh, Bagman, I don't want to copy and paste some of the text you sent me, but
oh, don't out him. Don't out him. Holy smokes. This is too funny. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
I stand by everything I texted.
You said beating PSU means nothing. It's meaningless.
Oh my gosh. Beating a top 10 team
no, baby. No.
Without your head coach.
That's not a real top 10 team. That is a top 10 defense and like a top 100 offense.
No,
that is not a.
Come on.
Wait, like I said, I'm looking big. I'm looking big picture here. I'm not talking about just this week.
No, but be honest. Be honest. If PSU played, let's say, Washington, would they beat Washington?
Ooh, no, I don't think so.
No
way.
But
no chance.
No,
I think
no chance.
I think they would.
They can't score enough points, man. They cannot score enough points.
Washington wins.
Washington.
No
chance. Washington had a hard time with Arizona State. Okay, so everybody talks about the high-powered offense, but if you're struggling against that Sun Devil defense, which is horrible. No offense to producer Jay Bizzle, okay, and his coworkers, okay, then you're gonna struggle a lot more against that PSU defense because that PSU defense is legit.
But
I would
PSU's
put them
offense wouldn't be able to score enough points. They
I
wouldn't be
think
able
they
to score
would.
enough.
I think they would because Washington defense is not that great. They would. I think they would give. Who else is in the top 10 right now? Oregon. I think they would give Oregon a run for their money.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
don't-
goodness.
nope.
Big Reg.
Come on, are you telling me on a neutral field PSU wouldn't have a good
No.
showing against Oregon?
I think PSU is they got a great defense. That's about it. That's what they got. That quarterback is
My only point being, you're not going to name 11 teams better than Penn State.
Yeah,
They
that's
are a
where-
legit top 10 team in the nation.
Yep.
Finally,
would be-
finally, Big
well-
Reg finally got me to like, yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, I
Yeah.
said, yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
It took a
fine.
while. Exactly. There'll
Was
be
that too
Utah.
extreme?
I don't know if I'm there.
Was it too extreme?
I don't know if I
Let
call
me
them.
dial it back. Let me dial it back.
There'll be Kansas. There'll be Utah. There'll be all these teen teams. Oklahoma. All
Oh
that.
my goodness, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Come on,
They're all
you're thinking
flawed.
Oklahoma. Bagman, you're thinking Oklahoma from the Bob Stoops days. Come on, man. This is a different Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know that's true.
And
telling you
and
that.
and you can't forget. Penn State did hang like over 50 against Maryland, who's not a who's a decent team, right? They're a decent team, and they hung 50 on them.
Decent.
And you got to remember, they hung in with the number one ranked team in the college football rankings right now, which is OSU.
Serious.
Away at OSU.
Way.
Away at
Yeah.
OSU. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm so impressed by.
Via their
Because they're-
defense, yes.
Defense.
Via their defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but again, it's a team game. So, like I said, they are a legit top 10 opponent. And we just went into a top 10 opponent and we beat them on their home field. So that's something I can feel great about. Great.
10-0.
Oh,
10-0
oh.
going into Maryland, which is going to be, I think some of us are going to be there. It's going to be like 65 degrees next Saturday.
Finally.
Still no game time.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be 3:30.
You think?
Book it. Yeah, it's gonna be 3:30.
Oh,
3:30, really?
man.
Yeah, I bet.
You guys should hit the links before if it's gonna be that nice.
This is a
Oh.
From the Shadow of the Big House exclusive. We will be live from that game in Maryland. So
Ooh, let's do it from the first tee. First tee.
Oh, that'd be fun. You guys don't any chance that's a trap game? Any danger there?
I don't think so.
Maryland? No.
No.
Oh, like you said, they hung with Maryland hung with OSU for what is it?
Like
Almost
uh,
3/4,
Like
right?
6 minutes? Yeah, 6 minutes.
No, it was at least a half. At least a
No.
half.
the first half. But
You know,
Yeah.
That's all I'll give you. All right,
PSU's
8
got
minutes. 8
Franklin.
minutes.
The Terps got Gaddis. So we good.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Gaddis is now down in Maryland.
And Talia, who's raw and mistake prone. He's gonna give it away the same way Franklin gives it away.
That was just.
Wow.
I mean, I don't want
Those are
to
some-
talk about Franklin too much, but I mean that was just wild, like
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Up their own 32 timeouts, down once, and you're gonna what? You're gonna what?
Yeah.
You're gonna go for it on 4th and like 6 or something? What are you doing?
Total
That-
panic move. Panic move.
that
Yep.
says to your team that you basically don't trust them, and you're like you want to make sure that you have a chance to score. But oh man,
We're living
more.
we're living in Franklin's head rent
Yeah.
free.
Hmm.
You're right. He's afraid. He just feared that he would not get the ball back. It's like all
Yeah.
the past scars.
Desperate.
Talk about our scars. He's got scars.
Yeah, he does.
The Eric Hall scar, the Eric Hall down the sideline with the little kick with the left foot kick on the pylon.
There's
the thing
definitely a lot
is-
of PSU scars.
He's not capable of making two solid football smart decisions in a row. Like that timeout where he said, no, let's punt. That saved him. He made a good decision, flipped the field, but he's not going to back that up and make another smart football decision. No, he's got to mess it up somehow.
Here's what I'll say, though. Here's what I'll say about what Franklin did this game. Franklin's bad decisions didn't lose the game for them because we won the game for ourselves.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the plays
yeah.
that we made.
I get.
What Franklin's bad decisions did was take away any hope of a comeback
Yeah,
that PSU would have had.
you're
We
right.
won the game, but Franklin's bad decisions eliminated any possibility of a PSU comeback.
Right.
Because I don't want to
Yep.
give too much credit to the Franklin's a bad coach narrative, because that's not what was the most important thing for me. Most important thing for me was Michigan made plays when we needed to on offense and defense versus PSU, and then Franklin ineptitude cost him any shot at a comeback.
But they also
That
he
just-
allowed us to not have to make as many plays down the stretch. He spared us
Right.
I'll give you
Yep.
that.
having to do that.
100%.
My
Yeah.
hands were not as sweaty at the end of the game. I'll just put it that way.
And those were
Don't you guys have any? Don't you guys have any concerns about our offensive line and our ability
Oh,
to
yes.
pass protect?
big time.
It's
Big
it's a
time.
problem.
Huge.
These are the things that get me that make me worried going down the road. And when I say beating PSU is meaningless, I'm not talking. I'm just saying in the big picture. If we're talking about national championship, you got to win this game, of course. But it just doesn't leave warm and fuzzies about what's going to happen against even better.
Here's
teams.
the only thing that I'll say is the silver lining that I saw was the fact that Chop Robinson is recognized as one of the top edge rushers in the entire nation. He is a top prospect for the NFL. He's going to be a first rounder. He's going to make a lot of plays for a lot of years in the NFL. That's the kind of quality player that he is. And in the first quarter, he was showing all of that and then some. But the key to the matter is Michigan was able to neutralize him. So that for me gives me a lot more confidence going forward, that even in the face of that kind of elite talent, elite competition, Michigan is able to turn the tables on that and come out with a big W. So for me, if I had any more Coors Light, I would raise it, but I drank all of it and I'm all out.
Where I'm going to agree with Bags is the reason why I was the most nervous by far among the Shadow Brethren is exactly for that reason, because I have been churning every single minute of the past week about that leaky line, the tackles.
Yep.
Carson, a fraud. It's all on tape. Every foe we face knows that's a weak link. You can attack it. And I wasn't quite sure if Wallace was going to hold up. If you got another quarterback out there and a few more weapons, they can take a few more deep shots. This offense wasn't suited to get lucky or hit a few against us. So in that respect, we just played down to the PSU offense. So
That's what I'm saying. I don't know that Big Reg. I don't know that we neutralized Chop Robinson so much as we just stopped passing the ball because A, we couldn't, and B, we didn't have to because PSU's offense is so horrible. So that's why that's not going to happen again. That ain't going to happen again. We're not going to face a team where we can a top team that we can pass the ball 8 times and win. It's not going to happen.
But where I disagree, I totally agree, but I'll just say this quick and I'll back out. Where I disagree, hopefully, is that I think we have more in the tank. Okay. For when we play the Buckeyes and we know we're going to have to do more. Okay. Because they got Marvin and we know their offense is much more capable. JJ has more in the tank. He was not allowed to thrive. And we'll see. That's why we play the game. And it's going to be at home. And now we got punched in the mouth and in the bridge of the nose and we're bloodied up and we needed this. And so it's part of the building. We'll see. It's going to be evenly matched, but I like our chances at home. That's huge.
Huge.
I think the way we neutralize or support our weak O-line, our right side of the O-line, right? The left side is fine, the center is fine, the right side of the O-line is, I think, that one play that drew the pass interference penalty in the second half, where it was a play action because we were running the ball. And if you remember that play, right, the line held up beautifully, right, on that play action. So we have to do a little bit more play action to keep the defensive line a little honest, to support our O-line. And I think we're going to do that because I think our run game and Dono coming back today a little stronger is going to support going back to a little bit more of the run game as opposed to JJ and his arm. I think that's the way we're going to have to win the national championship.
Well, also, if you take a look at it, JJ started running more too. So
Yeah.
then the keepers, like, you know, and then your ends aren't going to rush as hard because they need to keep contained. And then, so there's like little things that Sharon's doing to kind of make this thing possible. So I credit our Michigan offense for, you know, dealing with the weak links, for planning and strategizing in that second half and making sure that that those ends stay honest and don't crash down all the time. Like, those are the things that happen. And then credit to our running backs, who, if you didn't have veteran running backs who would make that jump cut, who would make that little shimmy shake to get open, like not go in the hole that they were supposed to go, but go to the right and then score a touchdown. I mean, those are the little things that a veteran team, a team that is ready to go for the national championship, are going to do in order to win the game. It might not be the prettiest thing. It might not be the thing that people are looking for in terms of Heisman hopefuls. That doesn't matter. Why? Because it's all about the W, baby. It's all about the W, and let's get that, Michigan.
Oh yeah, I'll just echo all those sentiments, because when you distill it all down, it comes down to the fact that Michigan has depth, and they have a variety of weapons at each position, whether it's running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, even the offensive linemen. Because like the Joel Clayton company were saying during the game, you know, when we were struggling with passing the ball because of all the pressure that was being put on JJ, what did Michigan do? They brought in a whole bunch of extra linemen, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? And then we started asserting ourselves via the run game. So when we couldn't move the ball in one way, we found another way to do it. So that, for me, gives me, like I said, a lot more confidence in the fact that this team has such so many options that they can turn to, so many different levers that they can adjust to deal with whatever the competition is doing. So that, for me, gives me this nice warm feeling inside, kind of like when you get a Johnny Walker Blue, you know what I'm saying, and you drink that Johnny Walker Blue, and it just goes down, and it feels so nice and warm. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of nice and warm feeling I get when I think about the Michigan offense.
You know, who deserves a Johnny Walker Blue tonight also?
Who?
Is Kenneth Grant. Guy played well, and that rundown. When he ran down that running back as a 340-pound just monstrosity of a body that he is, just reaching out, grabbing him and making the tackle, a touchdown-saving tackle.
That was a huge play.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, how is he catching up to him?
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on? That was crazy.
Oh, man.
I almost had an asthma attack just watching him run down. I was like, oh, my gosh, I'm getting out of breath. Holy smokes. Oh, man. But that's the kind of team we have.
Random gratitude also thrown out to Rayshon Benny, getting into the, TFL, just man tackles. The kind where you just grab him, almost suplex, just bring him down. It's like, because he's got the power, he's got the size, and those running backs don't churn out 1-2 extra yards when they meet up against a Benny. It's like the wall.
Oh gosh! Like I said,
our D line is fresh, right? Our D line is fresh. We keep rotating like 7 or 8 guys through the D line. It's going to keep them fresh. And you saw that Penn State's O line was kind of huffing and puffing toward the end of the game, and our D line still looking fresh.
Like I said, the more we talk about the game, the more I feel better about it. Despite all the processes, machinations, and naysayers in the guise of objectivity, I just see all the negativity and I just shoo it away. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling good.
Objective journalistic opinion.
I mean,
I love it.
It's certainly not the kind of spreads and shoe-in favorite kind of victory expectation. I mean, you're going up against a perennial top fiver in the game. So it's always going to be a freaking battle Okay, it's just you're not gonna go out with chest puffed, knowing with supreme confidence. So we got the studs, we got the veteran leadership. I really trust our coaching. Come up with something. When it comes to a Big Ten game, they're freaking rock solid. They know this league. They know their foes. I mean, we don't have a weakness there with game planning and with the line, and we're ready. I mean, could we lose? Of course. Marvin Harrison's going to be a world beater. He already is one. They got Henderson, who you know, I love our guys, but dude, he's right up there, maybe the best among them. They got Stover is, so they're stacked. We're stacked. No, for reals. But you know what I kind of like is that I feel like their secondary can be had in a way that PSU's I just have more respect for. Like Detroit Cast product, Kalen King, you know, just taking away Roman. And we may have a little bit more opportunity exposing slightly shaky Buckeye secondary. I look forward.
Wow, nameless guest already jumping ahead 2 weeks to the OSU game.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Not bad.
Oh man. Like I said, I'm feeling good after this game. It was Statement Saturday, and what a statement that was made by the Michigan Wolverines, Team 144. Good gravy.
I'm just relishing reading all the pundits. I need to see what they're saying about all this.
Send us the best ones, baby. Send us some gems.
Anywho, all right. Gentlemen, any final thoughts on this game before we wrap it up for today?
Hey, Bagman, thanks for coming back on the show. It takes a strong, courageous guy to come on here.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Like I said, I'm always happy to spew my objective journalistic opinions.
I love how he says spews. Spews his objective journalistic opinions.
That's going to be my new tagline anytime I come on here.
It's definitely not objective spewing.
Oh, what a victory. What a day. There's nothing else. Gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the weekend. It's a lot better after a Michigan Wolverines victory like today. So I'll say it to all of you. Go blue.
Go blue.
Go blue.
Go
blue.